Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Jav. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 111 in the chat box and we'll make a start. Okay, thank you, Karen. And also, please let me know where you're all from, what part of the country. Thank you, Adus. Thank you, Angelina. Yeah, so we have Birmingham, Essex, Glasgow. Welcome from Glasgow. Essex, Birmingham, London is in the house. Welcome, Angelina. From London, we have Bristol in the house. Welcome, Jagdish from Bristol. So my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a Forex and cryptocurrency trader. Karen, welcome from Leicester. Welcome, Karen from Leicester. It's great to see you all on this beautiful Wednesday evening. So I'm currently in the UK, Hereford. Mark Lee from Hereford. Welcome from Hereford, Mark. And to be honest, it's been very, very cold today. In fact, we had some hail and snow. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a Forex and cryptocurrency trader, have been trading now for several years. Just to make it clear from the outset, this presentation will not make you an expert trader. I'll say that again. This presentation, this webinar will not make you an expert trader. This webinar will show you how to get started in trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. I have been trading now for several years. I anticipate this webinar to last probably about 25 to 30 or so minutes. If you can see my slide, again, please drop me a 333 in the chat box and we shall then continue. So again, a little bit about myself. I've been trading now for several years, and going back a fair few years when I was young, my parents, my family around me, my friends, told me to go to school, work hard, get good grades, go to university, get good grades again, only to get a good job. And that's what I did. That was ingrained in my head from an early age, to work hard at school to get a good job. So I did that. I stayed at university for quite a few years and got my first job out of university. Now, in all honesty, my first job out of university, I absolutely hated. I hated my first job to the extent that on the first day of my first job, my first professional job ever, I decided that I could not work for anyone ever. So I decided that I was going to resign that position, and the only reason I stayed in that job was because obviously after university we have bills to pay, and I had a fair few bills to pay. So I stayed in that job for a few months and finally resigned that first job. Once I'd resigned that position, I actually bought a ticket to Australia. I was at Heathrow Airport, and I remember vividly, I think it was W.H. Smith, one of the bookstores at Heathrow, where I came across the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, if you don't have a pen and paper with you, please do get yourself a pen and paper, because note takers are money makers. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. I bought that book and I read that book cover to cover on my flight to Australia. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad was my first introduction to, I call it practical entrepreneurship or practical business. Because prior to that, I've done the theory at university, but in all honesty, theory and practice do not match. Certainly when it comes to business, it's totally different when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, compared to theory. And Rich Dad, Poor Dad introduced me to practical entrepreneurship, or real entrepreneurship. He also introduced me to something known as the cash flow quadrant, and that is what you see on the screen there in pie chart format. Now, the cash flow quadrant, in its simplest and most basic of terms, tells us that 95% of the world population is broke. 95% of 7.8 billion people, which comes to around 7.4 billion, it's a huge number, are broke. The remainder, 5%, are financially free. It's that 5% that control more wealth and more assets than the 95% collectively. If you want to be financially free, you have to be in that 5%. And to be in that 5%, you need to be an investor or a business owner. And I'm glad to say, as traders, as e-commerce business holders, we form that 5%. And again, the great news is that when it comes to trading, you can work from anywhere in the world. All you need is access to a mobile phone. That is the only prerequisite, and obviously you have to be over the age of 18. As long as you have a smartphone, you can trade from anywhere in the world, and you can trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. In the last few years, I think I've traveled to about 20, 25, maybe even 30 or so countries. I've been to Singapore, Malaysia, the USA many, many times, many countries in Europe and Africa, and I've been able to run my businesses from just my mobile phone. And that is one of the major advantages of trading the markets. And again, at the moment, many millions of people have just come out of furlough because we've had this pandemic going now. I've lost actually the number of months we've had this for, but it's been on and off for the last few months, in fact, a couple of years even, and many people have lost their jobs. And that's why we've seen people in their droves turn to trading. And the great news is that all you need, like I said earlier, is access to a mobile phone. Now, foreign exchange, in its most simplest of terms, is the exchange of one currency for another. So you've got your pounds, your dollars, your yen, your euros. If you change your pounds for your dollars, for example, you have now taken part in the foreign exchange market. Let me give you an example. If you were to go to the USA from the UK and go to a local exchange and change your pounds for your dollars, you will have taken part in the foreign exchange market. If you go back to that exchange at a later date or time and make another transaction, you may be offered a different exchange rate. It's that difference in exchange rates that we as foreign exchange traders utilize on a daily basis to profit from. And it's massive. In fact, up to $6.6 trillion is exchanged via Forex every single day, not every single month, not every single year, every single day, Monday to Friday, up to $6.6 trillion exchanged via Forex. And interestingly, banks collectively make over $1 trillion of that. Over $1 trillion. That's how much banks make every single day from foreign exchange. Going back a fair few years, my mentor, he said to me, Dr. Jav, in the last 10 years, how much money have you made on your money in your bank account? And I had to think about that because I didn't fully understand that question. But once I came to a response, my answer was actually a big fat zero, because historically interest rates have been extremely low, and henceforth we've made close to zero returns on the money that we hold in our bank accounts. At the same time as making those zeros, banks have continued to make over $1 trillion, and they're making it from our money. So we've put money into our bank accounts, and our banks, whether it's HSBC, Santander, Barclays, Royal Bank of Scotland, it makes no difference. Our banks use our money, and they continue to make over $1 trillion every single day. I had a statement from one of my banks just recently, and it said, congratulations, Dr. Jav. You will now make 0.05% interest on your savings for this coming year. Yet banks continue to make $1 trillion. Is it not about time that you took a chunk of that pie? Is it not about time that you started multiplying your money like the banks have been doing every single day since the beginning of banks? That's how the wealthy become wealthier. That is how the businesses, the large, like companies like Tesla, Amazon, all these large companies are using these avenues to become wealthier. And the great news is that what we do is no different to what banks are doing. We use very much similar systems to banks, and we are able to return profits day in, day out. Now, interestingly, going back to my story again, when I came back from Australia to the UK, I became a property millionaire within 3 years of my return to the UK. Now, on average, my yield, my returns on any particular property were between 7 and 12%. This is per year. When it comes to foreign exchange, you can make that in a single day. You won't make it every day, but it's possible to make your yearly return from property investment in a single day from the foreign exchange market. That is why banks don't buy property. That is why banks do foreign exchange. Foreign exchange market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. There's a bit of overlap on the weekends, but generally 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, you can exchange via Forex. And all you need is access to a mobile phone and an app on your phone. And the great news is that you don't even have to use all of your own money, because we have a system known as leverage. And through leverage, your broker will actually lend you money and you can trade on that basis and achieve higher returns than otherwise profitable. Another huge market currently is digital currency. If you've heard of digital currency, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. The biggest digital currency in the marketplace is actually Bitcoin. Now, who's heard of Bitcoin? Bitcoin first came to the market in 2009 when the price of one Bitcoin was, let's say, 10 cents. In 2009, the biggest cryptocurrency in the market, Bitcoin, had a price of around 10 cents. Does anybody actually know what the price of Bitcoin is today? Yes, okay, $57,000 or thereabouts, give and take. Around $57,000 is the price of one Bitcoin today. Now imagine if you had bought, I don't know, let's say 10 Bitcoins for 10 cents each for $1 in 2009 and sold them today. You'd be looking at a profit of around $500,000 at least. And all you've done is traded twice. You've bought when the price was low and you've sold when the price is high. That is trading in a nutshell. Now, many people think that when it comes to Bitcoin, let's stay with Bitcoin for a minute, that because the price is so high, the bubble is going to burst. However, you can write this down, the price of Bitcoin will go beyond six figures within the next few months. Within the next few months, we've done our analysis, we do our analyses every single day, we're looking at our charts. We feel that the price of Bitcoin will hit six figures within the next few months. Six figures, by that I mean $100,000 plus. When it comes to cryptocurrency, it's still early days. In foreign exchange, up to $6.6 trillion is exchanged every single day. In cryptocurrencies, the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies as it stands today is in the region of just over $2 trillion. Just a few days ago, the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies collectively was greater than the biggest company in the world. So the largest company in the world, which is Apple, is worth, I'll say, give and take, around $2.2 trillion or so, and the market cap of cryptocurrencies collectively exceeded $2.2 trillion. And yet, having done that, cryptocurrencies compared to foreign exchange is tiny. There's a long way to go, and henceforth, this is just the beginning. So if you are interested in cryptocurrencies, you're in the right place, and Bitcoin is just one of 9,500 plus cryptocurrencies currently in the market. The market cap of Bitcoin as it stands today is in the region of $1 trillion, and it's getting bigger every single day. As more coins come into the market, more altcoins, the market cap of cryptocurrencies collectively is only set to rise. We actually have coins in the marketplace today which are worth, let's say, around 10 cents. Again, similar to Bitcoin was in 2009. And because we watch the market very, very closely, some of these coins that we've been watching in the last 3 or so months have increased in price by over 1,000%. Imagine if you had that knowledge. And that's what we do. We actually give you that knowledge. We mentor you to succeed in these markets. High frequency trading is another form of trading. If you have little patience and you want to make money in seconds and even minutes, then high frequency trading is for you. For example, binary options is one such example of high frequency trading, and this is what we do every single day as well. In addition to trading, we also have an e-commerce platform. So again, if I use my own example, I made my first dollar online over a decade ago. And when that first pound or dollar hits your bank account, it's an amazing, amazing feeling, because you've done this from home or from anywhere in the world. You could be sitting on the beach in Dubai and making money on your mobile phone. That's what e-commerce is. And drop shipping is an example of e-commerce where you never need to hold the product yourself. So you buy from A and you sell to the buyer. So you buy from the seller and you sell to the buyer without ever holding the product yourself. So you don't need those massive warehouses. It's not like many products on eBay where you have to hold the stock yourself. What we teach you is drop shipping, And it's amazing because you never need to hold stock, and you can basically make profit day in, day out, every single day. And the e-commerce market is huge and getting bigger every single day. Again, with many, many people working from home at the moment, what I've seen in the marketplace is that people in their thousands have now started trading the markets and also running their e-commerce businesses from home as they work in their full-time jobs as well. So it's an interesting market that we're in at the moment, but the good news is that you're in the right place at the right time. So what do we, or how do we teach you how to trade the markets? Very simply, like I'm on this Zoom call, this webinar with you at the moment, we actually sit down with you, our students, every single day, and we actually navigate the marketplace and trade live. So we do live trading every single day. And all you have to do is copy us. Currently, we have in excess of 100 mentors or educators that will teach you how to trade the markets every single day. That is how I learned to trade. I learned by copying my mentors. So it's like an apprenticeship relationship. So we trade live every single day and you copy us. When you were at school, your teachers, what did they say to you? They said to you, do not copy the person next to you. Do not plagiarize. What I'm saying to you right now is to plagiarize and copy us to the nth degree. Copy us and you will become a very, very proficient trader. That's how I learned to trade. That is how my mentors learned to trade. Through our live sessions, we will teach you how to navigate the markets and trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. Let me give you an example. The Harmonics platform, which you will get access to once you join our platform, will give you the entry points, the stop loss numbers, and take profit numbers for every single trade. So we're actually giving you the trades. In the beginning, you won't have a clue on how to trade. Again, if you remember when you learned to walk, you got up, you fell down. You got up, you fell down again. You had to get up and fall down many, many times before you learned how to walk. Trading is very, very similar to learning how to walk. In the beginning, you won't get it, but through the leadership that we provide, through the daily training sessions, excuse me, we will ensure that you become very, very proficient traders. And if you know how to copy and paste, you can use our learn and earn system and effectively earn an income from day one. I'll say that again. You can effectively earn an income from day one through our learn and earn system. And the great news is all of this, as I've stated many, many times throughout this presentation, you can do from your mobile phone. You don't even need a laptop. All you need is a mobile phone with a couple of apps, and you can learn how to, or in fact, you can trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. Now, whether you know this or not, but trading is 90 to 99% mindset. I'll say that again, 90 to 99% of trading is mindset. It's in the head. As professional traders, we know this, we understand this, and this is why we have teamed up with, we have partnered with one of the largest and well-known mindset and personal development coaches in the world. Bob Proctor has been my mentor now for over a decade, and he's absolutely amazing. The reason why many retail investors lose their trades is because their emotions come into play. That's why you have to be personally developed, and your mindset has to be in the right place to ensure that your trades are winning trades over and over and over and over again. Bob Proctor is amazing. Trust me, once you join the academy, you have the option to be learning from him every single week, as many of us do. So how do you get started? To get started on the Forex Academy, which is the basic foreign exchange academy, it's around $235. That's a drop in the ocean compared to other packages that you can get from other companies out there in the world. $235 to learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. If you only want to learn how to do high frequency trading, like for example, binary options, it's the same price. If you only want to learn how to do cryptocurrencies, again, the same price. My favorite package is the Elite Academy, which is which basically allows you to trade not just foreign exchange, not just cryptocurrencies, but also high frequency trading as well, in addition to indices, which form part of the stock market if you choose to trade them. So the Elite Academy covers all of the above. And to get started on the Elite Academy is $325. There is a monthly fee as well, but shortly I'll show you how you can waive the monthly fee through our scholarship scheme. The ECX Academy, the e-commerce academy, is the same price as the Elite Academy I've just shown you earlier. If you were to go for the basic package, the foreign exchange package, you can have add-ons that you can add to that package. For example, if you want to scalp the market, you would add Vibrator to the platform. If you want to learn how to do cryptocurrencies, you would add Swipecoin to the Forex Academy. But if you were to go for the Elite Academy at $325, all of the above you will get as part of that amazing, amazing package. Now, our scholarship scheme is one of the best scholarship schemes I've seen anywhere in the world. Once you join the academy, if you recommend 2 people who also want to trade and earn an income from home, and they join as well, then you will form part of the 2 and 3 system. This basically means that you do not need to pay the monthly fee. Once you recommend 2 people, you do not need to pay the monthly fee. So you're learning how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world for just $200 to $300. That's absolutely amazing. I mean, considering how much students pay for their degrees today, £9,000 plus in the UK per year. Many students leave university with debts of in excess of £50,000 to £60,000, only to not be able to find a job after their degrees. For $200 to $300, you can become financially free. Should you recommend more than 2 people to the business, now this element is purely optional. You don't have to do this, but if you choose to do this, you will actually earn residuals. Should you recommend people to the FRX, HFX, or DCX academies, the organization will pay you a fast start bonus of $25. The Elite Academy, you will make $50. At this stage, you're probably thinking, you know, what am I going to do with $25 or $50? But wait, it gets much better than that. Should you recommend 3 people to the organization, you are now making $150 every single month from the organization. 12 people, $600, 30 people, $1,000 every single month. And the great news is that you only ever really need to introduce 3 people. Should those 3 people introduce additional people, the collective organization still counts towards your monthly payments. And it gets better, all the way up to Chairman 750. As a Chairman 750, you're making $750,000 every single month. How many jobs do you know out there that pay you $750,000? There's not many. When I was working in corporate, I remember quite clearly when I went to my boss after a few months and I was offered a pay rise. I actually got a pay rise. I think it was about £600 for the year. And that was the norm. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. £50 a month pay rise. Yet I'm showing you an opportunity and a way that whereby you can actually earn $750,000 plus every single month. And amazingly, in our organization at the moment, we have several people who are earning at least $750,000 every single month. So my name is Dr. Jav. I hope you enjoyed this short webinar. It was never meant to show you how to trade. It was only meant to be a guide and give you the bases of how you can get started trading the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world. Now, at this stage, I need to emphasize, this is not just another business opportunity. This is a solution that will help you to build a legacy and also create generational wealth for your children and your children's children's and their children too. Generational wealth. That's what financial freedom can offer you. This is not a job where you are just on broke. I remember in corporate, I was just on broke and I was passing over opportunities repeatedly. I was effectively poor, but I didn't know it. I had more month at the end of the money every single month. It's only when I started my journey as an entrepreneur that I began to understand that there's another way. If you want to make your yearly, your monthly, you're in the right place. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the things that you did do. The secret of getting ahead is to get started. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And what I'm saying to you now is to go back to the person that recommended you attend this webinar, and let's get you started. My name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the inside. Thank you.